What do you do when you have a to-do list that just seems jammed or maybe even overloaded, or a lot of competing priorities coming your way? Meaning, how do you decide what to focus on, what gets your energy and attention, and what you just need to drop and let go for right now? There's been a metaphor around for a really long time that I've been revisiting lately, and it's about holding a bucket of balls. Imagine that all of the things in your life coming your way that need your energy, need your attention, are in this bucket. And as you look at it, do you just see a bucket of balls where everything's equal and you're trying to hold on to it all and juggle it all, which usually leads to stress and anxiety and overwhelm and rarely the outcomes we want? Or when you look at that bucket, do you clearly see differences between the balls in the bucket? And there are kind of three types of balls that are in that bucket. The first are glass balls. Those are the ones that are critical for our attention and importance, because if we drop them, they're going to break and shatter. There's no coming back from it. Then there are wood balls, where if we drop them, they might get dented, scratched, but you know what? It's recoverable. And then there are those rubber balls where they've got bounce. And you know what? We can let them drop and it's going to be okay. It will come back, we'll recover fully. And if you think about that, we have to be able to distinguish what's in our bucket. There's actually a couple of different assessments we use with leaders that can identify this. Are we able to see the difference between glass, wood, and rubber? Or do we just see that bucket of balls? Which leads to us mistaking activity for productivity. And many years ago, one of my dearest friends in the world had a lot going on in her life. She was working full-time in grad school, working towards a career transition, wife, mother, etc., which is a lot to juggle. And one of her friends was whining and getting complaining because she didn't have as much time for this person as she once had. And I remember at the time her saying, I'm asking for some grace. I'm juggling a lot of balls right now, and I'm just trying to make sure the glass ones don't drop. And I'm hoping right now that my friends have a little more bounce than they needed to have in the past. And I thought, one, great analogy, but two, what a great example of setting boundaries and asking for what we need when we're going through various seasons of life. And so my invitation and my challenge for you this week is to identify what are those glass balls that are critical in terms of your relationships, your self-care, your priorities, which as an aside is a lot easier to do when you've done the work to clarify your why operating system, your purpose, and your core values. And what are some of those rubber balls that, you know what, it's okay, you can let it go, you don't have to try to be superhuman, and set boundaries and ask for what you need. And notice the relief, because we can't hold that bucket of balls and do everything. We have to make those decisions. And when we do that, we can operate with a sense of calm and less anxiety, because calm is a leadership superpower. I would love to hear what opens up for you as you put this one into practice. And remember, when we tend to those glass balls, we can let more of our sparkle shine.